This is your ultimate tax refund guide for South Korea Part 2. In this video, I'm going to be talking about everything you need to do at the airport to actually get your money back. So if you missed it, go to Part 1. It's a detailed video on everything you need to know before going to the airport and what you need to prepare to keep you from panicking when you're actually there. And just a quick recap, in the first video, I talked about the 3 different types of receipts: the immediate tax refund, the kiosk receipts, and the customs approval receipts. So now you can keep your immediate tax refund receipts, and you should have separate folders for your kiosk receipts and customs approval receipts, assuming you bought luxury items. Whenever I travel, I do bring little pouches like this, usually for my makeup or my passport, but I decided to keep my receipts in here. So yeah, keep them in a separate place, and it's easier to do that when you're actually at the airport. Oh, and let me share some additional details that I missed in my first video. To qualify for a tax refund in Korea, you have to spend at least 15,000 won, which is equivalent to $11 or 625 pesos. And when you go to any store to buy something, make sure to ask if they have tax refund or not. Sometimes they actually don't give tax refund, like Bibyang is a perfume store that I went to and they didn't participate in any tax refund, so I couldn't get anything from them. And there are other brands that do qualify for tax refund, but they'll tell you to go to a separate kiosk to get your refund receipt, and they don't actually issue it in their store. And another thing, for customs approval receipts, these are for big ticket items that have a tax refund value of 75,000 won. This is rare because you actually have to spend around 1.5 million won or 1,100 USD to get this type of receipt. Anyway, assuming you got all of that, let's talk about what to actually do when you're at the airport. So first thing, and I'm sure you already know this, but arrive at the airport early and give yourself at least 2.5 to 3 hours, especially if you have a lot of receipts. Sometimes Incheon Airport can get really busy, so it's important to make sure that you have enough time, and since the airport is so big, some gates can take you up to 30 minutes travel time after immigration. Now on to the tax refund. Before the immigration gates, you'll see these tax refund kiosks with the sign Easy Tax Refund, and you can scan your receipts one by one there, but these don't actually dispense your money. I would only recommend doing this if you want to receive your tax refund in a different currency than Korean won like USD, JYP, or RMB. If not, I would recommend skipping this process, as you'll only get a receipt telling you to proceed to Gate 28 to receive your refund. And it's just an extra step you don't have to take if you're okay with getting Korean won as your refund anyway. Now let's assume that you're done with immigration. You have to go straight to Gate 28 and follow the signs for the tax refund. It's right beside the big Louis Vuitton store, and if you don't have any customs approval receipts, you can either proceed to the in-person counter or the kiosk at the side. But wait, if you do have customs approval receipts, you have to proceed to the opposite side of the tax refund, and like I said, these are for luxury and big ticket items, so you'll need to show the product you bought to the customs officer. Make sure you actually have the receipts and not just a tax refund slip while you're there, because they will be looking for it. They actually looked for the warranty card for one of our items and we panicked for a bit because of that, but it ended up being all good in the end. So once you get your stamp approved, you can now proceed to the tax refund area again. And like I said, if you want to receive your refund in a different currency, proceed to the in-person counter. And just one last quick tip, even if you processed and gotten your money through the in-person counter, I do recommend going to the kiosk as well to check if you have any other refunds to process. I personally went to the in-person counter and then checked the kiosk, and I did have some refunds that I got as well in Korean won, so it's better to double check just in case. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Now let's summarize it in 3 ways. Number 1, and the simplest, if you want to process your receipts and get Korean won, just go straight to the kiosk in Gate 28 and get your cash dispensed by the machines. Number 2, if you want to get your refund in USD, JYP, or RMB, process your receipts in the machine right before immigration and go to the in-person counter in Gate 28. And number 3, if you have luxury items, get your receipt stamped by customs and then go to the in-person counter and choose the currency for your refund. And then make sure to double check on the kiosk if you have any other refunds, and you'll get that in Korean won cash. Okay, and that's basically it. Tax refund done, no drama, now you can chill, shop duty free, and board your flight like a pro.